Hello there, Happy New Year. Welcome to 2026. This time of year, a lot of people start setting goals, don't they? Thinking about what they want to achieve over the coming year, which is a great idea. And as part of that, what they will do is they'll think, these are all the things I need to do to achieve that goal. And then you catch up with them in a month or 2 months or even 6 months and you say, how's it going? And they'll say, oh yeah, I still want to do it, but I just haven't got those things done that I needed to get done. So here's 3 reasons why we don't get stuff done. First one, and I'm not quite sure what drives this, maybe it's some kind of innate free will thing, but quite a lot of people, I think probably a majority, if you feel like you're being pushed into something, okay, coerced, made to do something, well, we tend to resist it and push back. And you may have experienced this because you may have had a job to do and you put it off and put it off and put it off. And then when you do it, eventually you think, actually, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I don't know why I didn't do it in the first place. It's interesting, isn't it? And you may even enjoy it. And so it's a kind of innate thing in a lot of people. So if you've got all these things you need to do to achieve your goal, you got to make sure you don't turn your to-do list into a have-to-do list, okay? Because then somewhere in here, you'll start kind of putting things off and finding other things to do, that kind of stuff, procrastinating, okay? All right, next one is, because we encourage people to set big, audacious goals, which is great. But sometimes a big goal can be big and it looks big and it feels like a big goal. And the analogy I do from my own experience is like a mountain. If you're going to walk up a mountain or climb up a mountain, it's big, isn't it? And so I'm going to contradict a very famous phrase. You know the thing where they say, keep your eye on the goal? Well, when you're standing at the bottom of a mountain and you look up at the top, it looks like a long way. And if you walk for 90 minutes and you look up and you think, I don't think I've got anywhere, that can be quite depressing. So sometimes goals can be so big. I'm not saying you shouldn't keep checking that you're going the right way, but sometimes goals can be so big that it's worth breaking it down. And in the context of things like, particularly when something's just repetitive, like walking up a mountain, I actually used to just look at my feet and just watch my feet moving and just be like a little machine, really. So if you've got a job, particularly if it's repetitive and not very exciting, so sometimes I have to write reports on things, and I might have 100 to do. So what I'll do is I'll say, okay, I'll do 10 every day, and I put a slot in my calendar to do that. But the thing you've got to watch when you do that is if you do 20 on day one, you think, yeah, I've done 20 on day one, and then you take day 2 off, what you've done is you've broken the habit, okay? So you want to try and make it a habit. So routinely just doing the same thing is quite a good thing to do, okay? It's that thing about, how do you eat an elephant, one mouthful at a time, okay? Now, the third one happens a lot more often than people think, and a lot of people don't realize it's happening. I certainly see it quite a lot with coaching clients. Let's say your goal is to get a promotion. So you write all these things you need to do, get more contact, get more links on your connections on your LinkedIn page, tidy up your CV, go and talk to this person, try and connect with this, a whole load of things. Do that short course on this or that. And then you don't do it, okay? Or you do one and then you stop, those kind of things. And sometimes what that is that consciously, that little bit of like 5% of your brain says, yeah, I want to do this. This will be a really good idea. But subconsciously in the background, there's a big load of brain saying, no, you'll never make that happen. Or no, it's not, you can't influence that. Or you don't deserve that. And that's that power, control and value thing that we talk about. And so it's like your little consciousness is fighting this big thing. Now, the way to recognize this in yourself and other people is self-sabotaging. So you make a bit of progress and then you just go backwards. You make a bit of progress and you just go backwards. And this is as true with career development as it is with, having a good relationship, getting fit and healthy, these kind of things. You make a bit of progress and then you wreck it all. Okay. Now, this is what all of these, but this one particularly is something that coaching can help with. And one of the things about a good coach is they'll understand this and they'll be able to help you understand it, but also give you some stuff to help build that power, control and value. But the other thing that a competent coach will do is recognize when you need a little bit more help. Okay. Because sometimes these things are really ingrained quite often from early child experience, and it's a useful thing to get some counselling around. Okay, to get those kind of foundational things a bit sorted, and then you can take on the world. All right, cool. 3 things that stop us doing stuff. There are more, but these are the 3 main ones. And if you want any coaching around them, get in touch. If you've got any comments, that would be great. I think we need 2 more people to follow us, if that's the right word. I get confused between platforms to get to 200. So if you haven't done already, then be one of those. And Happy New Year. Have a great 2026. And if you're one of our clients, or you want to be, then we'll see you soon.